north of the border in Toronto, the setting for the Bucks. For the Raptors, they started the season with a victory. Tonight, out to make it a win streak with number 2. Bucks, Raptors, tip-off coming right up. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And the upcoming schedule for Milwaukee. On Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers. Then on Tuesday, the New York Knicks come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
And for their matchup with the Warriors, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. We've got Smith, and it's Dandridge in at the small forward. And for Toronto, Siakam the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Kyle Lowry out there with Green, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Still so early in the season, Clark. Here we go. I'd have to think any stats or averages get taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah, you haven't had enough runway yet. I mean, you have to take it all with a grain of salt, and especially if it goes against the strengths of your players. You have to see if, in fact, the change you're seeing is sustainable.
Robertson's shot is off. Lowry outside. Outside for Green. Toronto passing it around. Pass to Gasol. Siakam outside. And the three-pointer goes.
I like Siakam's lack of hesitation, going right at it and right for it. Looked very confident.
And again, another assist.
Yeah, another dime in his illustrious career. Few have passed it better in NBA history.
He's almost at the number 5 spot in all-time assist. Now Leonard. About a minute into this first quarter. Fades. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
As good as he is offensively, I think this is Kawhi's bread and butter. He is lethal from the mid-range.
Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Lowry. 11 feet out, and he can't bank that one in. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Raptors. It's a 3-point game. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Driving inside. Shot clock at 6. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Siakam's got 5 points.
Yep, Siakam's got that inside.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Robertson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Checked by Gasol. Ooh, stolen by Gasol. Inside. Green against Smith. Well, Grant, you got to give the Bucks credit. 9 straight postseason appearances, the longest running streak in the league.
Yeah, but 3 straight first-round exits. I mean, you could tell the boat's taking on water, and tough decisions are required.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. He makes 1 or 2 that time. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Boy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's length really makes him a threat on the offensive glass.
Pass to Siakam. There's a screen from downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc. Siakam's got 8.
And that was Lowry with that fire hydrant build setting a nice screen.
To the inside. Ooh, stolen by Gasol. To the paint. And then Siakam with the jam.
Siakam has that sinewy build, great length and strength.
Bucks trail by 9. Here's Robertson. 15 in his last outing. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Up and over Gasol. Abdul-Jabbar misses. The Raptors have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Siakam outside. Pass to Leonard. Out to the wing. Gasol passes to Leonard. 5 to shoot. And that one's good. Green.
You can't help but look toward their defense. And they're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to McLaughlin. And here's Smith. The shot to stop the run. Robertson's shot is off.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Rebound Toronto. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Atlanta.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. The 4th spot held by the Bucks.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Bucks trail by 15. Pass to Smith. Here's Robertson. Yet to see a basket. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's covered by Siakam to snap the cold streak. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Outside, Green. Siakam looking it over. Can't nail the jumper.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Lowry. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8.
Not too many defenders are blocking Kareem inside. One, he's too big, he's too powerful, and he's too skilled.
And so here is Toronto. They lead by 11. Outside, Green. Launches it. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. The Bucks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Pass to Dandridge. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
A towering presence on both ends. Abdul-Jabbar is also known for his unblockable and most unique sky hook. Such an impactful, unique big man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Clark, the Bucks certainly need to rebuild on some level, but they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
And, B.A., that certainly makes things complicated and more difficult. A losing season won't do them any good in terms of the lottery. They've got to do their best to stay competitive while developing their young talent. That's a really difficult balancing act.
Raptors lead by 9. Gasol, the screen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Gasol has all the moves. He's a tricky cover inside, and you never know which of his many moves he's going to pull out of the trick bag.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
A proven champion. I mean, the veteran wisdom and experience Gasol brings to his team is not only important, but it's invaluable.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Milwaukee now. They trail by 11. Pass to Dandridge. It's stolen by Leonard. It's rebounded by Dandridge. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Here's Cunningham. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Toronto leading by 9. And here's Siakam. 13 points in the game. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Nails it from 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan.
Defensively, they really limited their opponent's field goal percentage. Top 5 in that category. They do a great job of communicating at that end.
And the three-point percentage you referred to, they put so much pressure on opponents with their shooting. They'd stretch a defense way beyond the three-point line. The Bucks trail by 12. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back over to you.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Robertson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Leonard defending. Clock at 4. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 12 points.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Now here's Gasol. Siakam outside. Toronto passing it around. Pass to Lowry. Here's Gasol. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Over Gasol. Abdul-Jabbar misses. Leonard outside. Now here's Van Vliet. And here's Siakam for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lowry outside. Pass to Gasol. Leonard outside. 3-pointer. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he certainly hit some turbulence here, trying to get it cranked back up.
To the middle. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And when Kareem's got it going like this, just let him go to work. Feed the beast and let him eat.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Making a switch here. Raptors lead by 10. Van Vliet with it. Ibaka with a screen on Allen. To the inside. And the jam by Ibaka.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And there's the screen. Lets it go from 14. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so here is Toronto. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred Van Vliet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing C.J. McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He's come a long way. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report. 1:36 left in the opening quarter. Ibaka's shot is off.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Cunningham, a screen on Van Vliet. Allen, the pass to Cunningham. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Cunningham's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Ibaka. Back to Van Vliet. outside. Shot clock at 5. Toronto needs to get off a shot here. And Anunoby gets it to go.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Bucks trail by 11. Here's Flowers. Back to Allen. Inside. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Davis, he's checked in for Cunningham. Jones comes in for Smith. And Williams is subbed in for Allen. And here's Milwaukee now. Out left to the wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Shumshay. Milwaukee needs to get a shot off here. Williams from long range. Some solid defense from Van Vliet.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And here's Ibaka. Here's Moreland. This one for 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Here's Jones. No good on the buzzer beater. The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's the Raptors leading by 14. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. They've got Williams, and it's Shumshay in at the center position. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
And that's a clever foul choice. I mean, cuts off the dunk and sends him to the strike.
And he's not a very good foul shooter, so that's a heads-up play by the defense there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that one. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
And he sinks the second. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Moreland. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Deflects the pass. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Now here's Powell. He's covered closely. Flowers grabs the board.
Defense doing just enough right there. Sometimes that's all you need.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Williams. Here's Flowers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smith passes to Jones. Off target from three-point range.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Powell. And here's Ibaka. Right side, Anunoby. Williams against Van Vliet. They get it back. Moreland. And that one drops. Moreland's gotten 4 this quarter.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
To the left side wing. Smith, left side. Williams passes to Smith. Here's Flowers. Pass to Smith. Here's Jones. Takes a three. Smith no good. Van Vliet against Williams. Now here's Powell. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Shumshay. Here's Flowers. Powell covers. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that post.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And checking the 2K leaderboard. These teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. Number 1, Milwaukee.
And looking at last season, the thing that jumps out at you is their three-point percentage. Best in the league in that category, which is great to see considering how valued the three ball is nowadays in our game.
Here's Lynn. Siakam, the pass to Lynn. Back to Siakam. The three. It's rebounded by Dandridge. The Bucks trail by 15. Pass to Allen. Here's Dandridge. Smith outside. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Leonard. By himself. Oh, nice. Oh, big finish. Man.
Very few players have the combination of power and athleticism that Kawhi has. Electric.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Here's McLaughlin. Still no points. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Allen. That one doesn't drop. Green with the defensive effort. Toronto leading by 17. Siakam in the post. He's against Smith. That one goes. Count it. Siakam's got 15.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Dandridge. Here's McLaughlin. Green covering. Smith passes to Dandridge. Fires the three. Rebound by the Raptors. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Here's Leonard. Sinks that one from the post. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
and just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here's Milwaukee now. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders. And they finished top 10 in assists. No surprise given their emphasis on ball movement.
And they really love to push the ball, finishing in the top 5 in fast break points. They were a fun team to watch. That free throw good from Cunningham. Both free throws good from Cunningham.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Toronto passing it around. Tries it from the top of the key. That one's wide left.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Pass to Dandridge. Down low. Here's Abdul-Jabbar from 13 feet. Down it goes. Abdul-Jabbar's got 16 points.
And Abdul-Jabbar has a sweet little mid-range Jay now. Can't sleep on that. Got to keep him from finding his rhythm from here.
Siakam drops in the layup for 2.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Robertson. No made baskets yet. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Defeated by Washington in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
Williams has checked in for Toronto. The Bucks also with a sub. Smith's checked in. So it's Milwaukee now, trailing by 19. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Checked by Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Here's Lynn. No points so far. Here's Siakam. Blocked! Now Allen to the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and he jams it home with authority.
You know, once Kareem establishes that inside position, dunking is really easy for him.
Raptors lead by 17. Gasol, a screen on Allen. Here's Lynn. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The Bucks have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Pass to Cunningham. They set the pick. And he lobs it up to the rim. Ooh, stolen by Gasol. Here's Lynn. Got a hand on it.
Got to be aware of where Kareem is now. He's an intimidating, effective presence protecting the rim.
Allen, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Now Cunningham. And it's Meeks with the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Lynn. There's the three. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Boy, Lynn is not only smooth, but he's crafty at getting contact. A physical player who really works to get himself to the line.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
And Jeremy Lin, you know, I think has a great reputation. He's a confident guy who provides energy at both guard spots.
Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Davis, he's checked in for Cunningham. And Miller subbed in for Allen. Good on the second one. And he nails the third.
They're not leaving any points at the free throw line this quarter. That's the best way to protect the lead.
To the wing on the left. They set a pick. Green against Smith. Davis with a screen on Lowry. 5 on the clock. Here's Miller. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Here's Lynn. He's got 5. Pass to Ibaka. And the jam by Ibaka.
You will not find a player any better at attacking the rim than Ibaka.
Milwaukee has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Up top, Miller. Here's Robertson. Still without a bucket. Back to Miller. Will it go? Davis misses. The Raptors have gotten half their shots to fall in the second. 8 for 16. Leonard passes to Lowry. Green with a screen on Miller. For 3, Lowry! It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Well, there's a pit bull kind of quality to Kyle Lowry's game. He's relentless at both ends.
On the wing, Davis. Back to Miller. To the inside. And that one's good. Davis. Davis has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Lowry, the pass to Leonard. With a screen on Davis. Here's Leonard. It's not going to go for him. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And Abdul-Jabbar makes alley-oops look easy, effortless. Throw it his way, and he uses that long reach and nice bounce to slam it home.
And it's Lowry with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Lynn. And here's Ibaka. Now here's Lowry for three. It doesn't go for him. 1:14 left to play in the first half. Here's Robertson. Smith outside. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Miller outside. Up and over Lowry. Over to the left wing. Here's Robertson. No points yet. Tries yet again. And he sinks the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Lowry, no good. Bucks trail by 21. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the right side. There's a screen. Inside. Oh, deflected. Ibaka with a steal. To the middle. Intercepted. Pass to Miller. Up and over Lowry. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Toronto out in front, running away with it. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Their perimeter D has been soft like bathroom tissue. No excuses. Can't give up that many open shots and get away with it.
Their D being treated like bathroom tissue. No mercy. Okay, time to shift focus. Looking at some games coming up later on tonight. It'll be the Hawks against the Magic in Orlando. That one tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern.
This is going to be either a lopsided game or a terrific upset.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Raptors lead by 21. Siakam the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Danny Green is out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. Fourth, the Raptors.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. The Bucks shooting only 39% so far in the game. Oh, there's the alley!
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
Toronto leading by 21. Siakam outside. Lowry with a screen on Smith. And here's Siakam for 3. And it's McLaughlin with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
Leonard for three. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Leonard looking around. Out to Lowry. Takes the three. And again, no good by Toronto.
Ice cold coming out of the half. That's 0 for 3.
Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Ooh, stolen by Gasol. Up top, Siakam. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Robertson. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And here's Lowry. Siakam outside. Pass to Leonard. Looking to get back on track. And that's good for 2. Leonard's got 8.
Boy, Gasol with a punishing pick that time.
Leonard's gone 4 for 9 from the field. Here's McLaughlin. Green covering. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's got 22. Soft touch off the glass. Abdul-Jabbar's got 24.
Boy, you got to bring more energy than this. Abdul-Jabbar is not going to be thrown off much by a little contact.
Lowry, the pass to Siakam. Gasol, a screen on Smith. Siakam for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Abdul-Jabbar's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Dandridge. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Abdul-Jabbar misses. Leonard passes to Green. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, you know, we all think of Green as a shooter, and he is. But he's capable of more than that. He scores in other ways, too. Sneaky athleticism.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Over Gasol. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good. 26 points for him.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Floats one up, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, the physical tools are obvious in Siakam. Agility, speed for his size, length, and he actually couples that with a well-rounded skill set. He really is one of those guys that can do a little bit of everything for you.
Taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Second free throw, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this 3rd quarter. It's stolen by Leonard. And a fast break now for the Raptors. For 3, Lowry. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. The Bucks shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Dandridge passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Off with the layup. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to McLaughlin. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. To the wing, right side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Robertson. Rebound, Toronto. Down low. Here's Lowry. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Look, Kyle Lowry can never rely on being the bigger guy on the floor. So he has to rely on his smarts and guile and toughness instead. He's a very, very high IQ player.
That free throw good from Lowry. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less, Grant.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Embracing his role as a leader for this squad, Lowry recognizes the importance of this in terms of developing his teammates.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Up and over Gasol. No good off the glass. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Leonard, right side. From 6 feet away. Rebound, Milwaukee.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
To the left wing. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Nails the hook. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8 points here in the quarter.
So few players still even use the hook shot, but I think it's a tremendous weapon when you can master it and do it right.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Change here for Toronto. Milwaukee making a switch here. The Raptors shooting at a respectable 49%. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Lynn. Lets the three fly. Knocks it down from distance. Lynn's got 8.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Williams passes to Allen. Inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
First team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting just 36% in the third. Here's Lynn. Williams defending. Here's Boucher for 3. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Back to Williams. Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. For 3, Allen. The rebound by Moreland. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Here's Lynn. Count it. Good. He's got 10.
Boy, I really like how Lynn positions himself. He's really good at getting to the hoop.
Cunningham on the wing. Back to Williams. Pass to Smith. They set the screen to the middle. It's stolen. Here's Meeks. Allen defending. Here's Lynn. The 3. Meeks can't get it to go. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Got it.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Here's Lynn. 10 points for him. To the inside. Here's Boucher. Blocked! Allen outside. Pass to Cunningham from the low block. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Well, the Raptors shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Here's Lynn. Three-pointer. Smith with the rebound. The Bucks have gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Outside, Williams. Allen, left side. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
This will be his 4th shot at the line here in this one. A line change here for Toronto. Milwaukee also changing it up. Flowers, he's checked in for Smith, and Miller subbed in for Williams. And the free throw, no good. It's hard to find a more impactful player in a complementary role than OG Anunoby.
Yeah, you're speaking facts right there. He's a switchable defender. Offensively, he's at his best spotting up, and he can attack in transition effectively. I mean, I think he's the kind of player that not only does every team want, he's the kind of guy that every team needs.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back to you guys.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Jones, he's checked in for the Bucks. And that one misses. Toronto leading by 20. Here's Anunoby. Powell left side. Smith outside. Here's Ibaka. Rebound, Milwaukee.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Shumche, he's checked in for the Bucks. Brown comes in for Allen.
John Brown.
Here's Powell. He's scoreless. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Powell. Van Vliet outside. Knocks down the triple.
Because he's got such good touch down there, Van Vliet never afraid to mix it up inside.
Over to the wing. Outside Jones. Brown scanning the floor. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Pass to Shumche. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Rebound by Van Vliet. Raptors lead by 23. Here's Anunoby. Banked it in off the glass. Anunoby's got his second basket of the night.
You've got to do way more than that to throw OG off. I mean, he relishes working against contact.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. And here's Jones. 1:19 left in the third. To the wing on the left. Flowers. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Toronto shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. Back to Anunoby. It's tipped and stolen by Brown. Here's Flowers. Cunningham, a screen on Powell. Flowers' shot is good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Van Vliet outside. Ibaka with a screen on Brown. 5 to shoot. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
That was all he needed to find the hoop. I mean, expert play call that time by Van Vliet.
Right wing. Back to Brown. Out to the right wing. Here's Cunningham. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Puts up a deep three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. A huge 24-point lead for them. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers in the huddle.
The little mistakes, the only reason they got this lead, we knew they were going to come out hard, all right? Even with that, it's more our mistakes that are getting them this lead, all right? We want to attack right here.
And it makes a lot of sense. You want every possession you can get. Doc Rivers certainly doesn't want turnovers to derail their efforts.
Yeah, it's a fine line between playing aggressive and playing out of control. That's the trap coach wants to keep them from falling into.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. We've got Smith, and it's McLaughlin in a 2-guard. Pass to Dandridge. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Green covering, and there it is for him. Abdul-Jabbar's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He's doing a heck of a job, and his offense is keeping them afloat.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside, Green. And here's Siakam for three. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Allen outside. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Shoots over Ibaka. Abdul-Jabbar misses. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Leonard. Lets it go from 14. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
Van Vliet, the pass to Leonard. Outside, Green. Van Vliet on the wing. Over Allen. Van Vliet misses.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Allen outside. Pass to McLaughlin. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Again, the Bucks. Good for 2.
Hey, he's doing everything he can to keep them afloat.
Here's Siakam on the money from 12 feet away. Siakam's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's where Siakam wants to get the rock. I mean, he's comfortable scoring inside.
Dandridge passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Out left to the wing. Inside. And they pick up 2. Abdul-Jabbar's got 43 points.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Checked in for Van Vliet. Here's Lowry. Outside, Green. They set the pick. Launches a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and the Bucks getting another bucket right there.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Pass to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Strong move by Leonard that time. He knows exactly how to use his strength to get an advantage.
Cunningham up top. Allen outside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Shoots over Ibaka from 6 feet away. Abdul-Jabbar misses.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Leonard outside. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Leonard's gotten 4 this quarter.
Mechanically so efficient and smooth. Leonard off the catch there.
Pass to Allen. Here's Dandridge. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Dandridge. Leonard defending. Here's Robertson. Rebound Toronto. Leonard with the ball. Now here's Ibaka. Siakam outside. Back to Ibaka. Pulls it from 20. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
Confident stroke from Serge Ibaka.
And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are 2 major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
And they get it back. Toronto passing it around. Pass to Siakam. There's the triple. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Robertson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. That's Ibaka defending to win the cold spell. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Oscar Robertson.
Now Lowry. Outside, Green. Leonard outside. On target from range. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll and knock him down.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. That's Ibaka defending. Abdul-Jabbar misses. Now the Raptors with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Lowry outside. Off target with the 3.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Allen outside. Up and over Lowry. And Allen gets it to go. Allen's got his first basket.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
On the wing, Green. Misses the 3. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Robertson. And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. And he lobs it up top. Here's Dandridge. Up top, Allen. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He got it again! Sensational! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
To the paint. Nails the baby hook. Abdul-Jabbar's got 53 points.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And here's Lowry. Leonard on the wing. Siakam outside. 5 on the clock. Back to Leonard to stop the drought. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Dandridge. Allen finds Smith. Back to Allen. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
The Bucks trail by 19. Pass to Allen. Here's Dandridge. And stolen by Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Leonard bounces off the floor fast, and when he throws it down, you can feel that force.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Raptors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Kawhi Leonard.
He was all
good! That's another bucket!
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Now here's Gasol. Outside Siakam. Here's Lowry for 3. Oh, it's off! It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Allen.
Raptors foul. Kyle Lowry. First personal foul. First game foul. At the line for the Bucks, Lucius Allen. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. 16-point lead. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Pascal, these days you are called upon to carry this team. Does that bring added pressure?
This is a game that I love, and I just want to have fun playing the game. And I think, I got to just be myself. Like, don't get lost in everything going on. Be yourself. Play basketball, have fun. And, I'm just happy to be able to go out there and play hard.
Guys, he wants the pressure. Thanks, Pascal.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.